everyone. So today we are going to be introducing Dr. Kopp, who is a professor usually in world politics this afternoon at Furman University. So this is Dr. Kopp. So tell us a little bit about your worldly travels as far as going to China and going to Taiwan and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, I guess I did my first international experience back in 1983 as a high school sophomore, and then started going back and forth to China in 1989. So I was supposed to go to China as kind of a post-graduation fling. Never wanted to read another book again after I got my undergrad thesis, and ended up graduating 2 days after Tiananmen Square. So went to grad school, and then I alternated each year back and forth between the States and Asia. So.
Okay. So I heard that you were the author of creating the Zhuang Ethnic Politics in China. What was that about?
Yeah, the Zhuang is China's largest minority group. It's China's largest minority group, 16 million. So I initially actually wanted to research the Uyghurs in Xinjiang province, but it was too politically loaded and a little bit dangerous to do research, still is. So I went down to southern China and looked at what happens when. Well, I looked at two main questions. I looked at why the central government recognized the Zhuang as a unique minority group, and then I looked at how that decision has impacted their political mobilization.
Wow, okay, that is quite a lot. You are definitely very involved worldly, and sounds like all over the U.S. as well, but thank you for your time here. This has been great.
Sure, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Menchaca Bagno here at Furman University. She is a professor in the political science department, and today we're going to ask her a couple of questions about what she does outside of teaching. So I heard in 2014 you completed a research appointment at the U.S. Naval Academy Stockdale Center for Ethnic Leadership. Tell us a little bit about that.
That was a very special opportunity for me because what it allowed me to do was to get to spend time asking these sort of abstract philosophical questions in a really practical context. So everything that people are working on there is constantly being drawn back to the question, like, does it work? How would it work on the ground? What's the best way to think about, an issue like justice? It's kind of abstract when it comes to something concrete.
Okay.
And so I learned a lot, about how to do practical applications of things, but I also learned how to work with many different kinds of philosophical scholars, because they had people who were trained in different ways.
Oh, okay.
And then we would have meetings together, and we'd sort of consult with each other. But one of the nicest things was working with the midshipmen. That was another big opportunity there, is with the young men and women who are enrolled in the Naval Academy.
Oh, okay.
And, many of them are very determined people. Okay. But they're not just determined to get ahead, for the sake of getting ahead. They're determined to get ahead, but in conjunction with some idea of what they think the common good to be or the right way to live.
Okay, that's very inspiring. So you would say most people who are young and involved in the Navy and working on their career are very driven by loving their country.
That was the impression I had, and it was. Every once in a while you meet somebody who seemed like maybe they weren't there for that reason. Maybe they were there, for other reasons. But that was really rare. Most of the time you're meeting somebody who's exceptionally gifted, but thinks that they have an obligation to use their gifts for the sake of the community in this way.
All right, that's all the time we have for today, so thank you very much.